It all happened when we were testing out a new game called The Devil's Bluff. Before releasing it, the developers had given the download to MrCreepyPasta to try out, so he in turn let some of us from the night shift play it with him. In the game, you play in a team of 2 against 2 other teams, the Frankenstein monster and Frankenstein's bride, the wizard and the witch, or the nerd and the librarian. After character selection, one player is selected as the devil, given the ability to transform into the devil's sprite and murder other players. The devil must not be in the same room as others when transforming, or risk being seen and figured out. The objective of the devil is to take out all the other players, and the objective of any other player is to collect all 10 items on a scavenger list as everyone walks throughout the mansion. And, of course, there's basic functions you could perform in-game, such as slapping another player and leaping onto someone in order to try to capture them should they be the devil. Of course, the devil is stupidly OP, so it would take all other players to capture him once a struggle was initiated. Now, this one night, we were all going to play it. If I recall correctly, it was me, MrCreepyPasta, Trina, Raven, and Kayla. With my crummy computer, it was difficult to play a game and have Skype open at the same time without the system crashing. Fortunately, this game had an in-game voice chat, which I thought was cool because you could only hear the other players clearly if they were in the same room as you. If you were hiding or in the next room, their voices would either be muffled or distant. And obviously, players too far away from you weren't heard at all. We started the first round normally. I was teamed up with MrCreepyPasta as the Frankenstein pair. Raven and Kayla were the wizard and the witch, and Trina and a friend of hers were teamed as the nerd and librarian. Of course, my computer gave out at some point because it couldn't handle the game, so I texted MrCreepyPasta to let him know what had happened. After restarting my computer, I reloaded the game and set the resolution to its lowest point. It wasn't ideal, but I didn't mind. All I had to do now was wait for the next round. From what I had played so far, I liked it. It was sort of a mysterious whodunit kind of game like Clue or Mafia, and I had always liked those sorts of games. Another round started, and once again for no reason my computer had crashed mid-game, leaving me once again to wait on the next round. All the while, MrCreepyPasta and I texted back and forth to know what was going on. I had waited for several minutes, and then there were no longer any texts from him. I even texted him again to ask if the round had started, and he didn't respond, so naturally I thought he was grabbing a slice of pizza or something and everyone was waiting for him. To confirm my suspicions, I logged onto Skype with the Devil's Bluff game closed. There was lots of chatting and I couldn't tell if they were playing or not, so I poked my head in and asked if the round had started. Trina said it had, but I wasn't playing, so I assumed they had either started without me or accidentally went ahead. I didn't mind, I just waited for the next round.
I think it's Kayla.
No, I just saw him. He's running down the hall right now.
Well, go get them.
I can't, I just missed them.
Everyone was playfully chatting during gameplay for about 10 or 12 minutes, and Raven had even said that the devil had beaten him, followed by everyone else. And then MrCreepyPasta started typing in the chat room.
Wait, Giggles, aren't you in the game?
No, I'm not, I responded. And then the chatting stopped, or lessened at least.
Wait, but there's...
Trina's typing seemed confused.
Gigs, are you sure?
Yeah, you're joking with us.
She has to be.
No, I'm not, I swear.
Giggles, are you pranking us?
No, I told you guys earlier that my computer can't handle Skype and Devil's Bluff at the same time. There's no way I could be playing it and chatting with you right now. Everyone in chat went silent.
But if you weren't in the game, Gigs, then who's player 5?
I was stunned, but at the same time, sure there was a logical reason. I forgot who proposed this assumption first, but Trina insisted that it had to be Litterbot, even though his Skype read is offline. As I called out to him in-game, I went to get the truth out of him by messaging him on Skype to throw off his focus. Litterbot! But he didn't respond. Litterbot, we know it's you. I thought he was just too committed to this prank, so I kept messaging him even though his offline status never changed. Then, things got weird. Our main chat was booming.
Guys, this is getting really freaky.
I was confused.
Litterbot, if that's you, please say something.
But Litterbot never responded. He's really not on.
Holy crap. Guys, this is scaring me.
This is getting really messed up.
That is not Litterbot.
What? What happened? What is it? I asked. Guys, get away from him!
Okay, this guy is definitely not Litterbot. We were just in the room with him and he was really creeping us out.
What did he say?
Trina explained it as something sounding like,
Come to me.
And I was like, that does not sound like Litterbot.
Then who is it?
I don't know, but this is really scaring me.
Get over here.
Guys, he's in here! Come here quick!
And then he killed Kayla. I had gone back to messaging Litterbot and told him, Litterbot, I'm so sorry. Holy crap, this is really freaky. Raven and Trina rushed to MrCreepyPasta, but the anonymous player had killed him and killed them next. I kept questioning in the chat what was going on until all of them typed that he had just killed them. After that, a call was started.
Guys, that was really scary.
Yeah, I don't feel like playing anymore tonight.
You guys sure you don't know who it was?
Giggles, we are the only people who currently have the game.
Though I found it a little funny at the time, this did scare me on some level, and it scared the others too. Who were they playing with? And to think this whole time they thought it was me, only to guess it was Litterbot and then, who knows. The next day, MrCreepyPasta had the bright idea that it was one of the game's developers who was messing with us. He had spoken with them earlier in the day to talk to them about the game and ask if one of them was on the previous night who was messing with us. Litterbot had seen my messages from the night before and replied,
What's up, Gigs?
He asked what the commotion was about in the main chat, and we all explained to him what had happened and how we thought he was behind it. MrCreepyPasta got back to us that night. We all asked if they had done it and which one had done it. But he said the developers were not on because they knew we had a full game. And to this day, we all still remember that eerie experience being the first group to play the Devil's Bluff, and wondering who Player 5 was.